Hi everyone, this is Karen for OHC. Welcome to Creating Space. And today we have with us the mother of everyone and the founder of Pathways Healing Center, Mommy J. Hi, Mommy J. Welcome to Creating Space.
Hello! Hi, Karen! Happy New
And
Year!
we're live. Yes, Happy Chinese New Year! Mommy J, ramdam mo ba yun? Pagpasok nitong day, parang ang gaan bigla.
Yesterday, when the new moon entered Aquarius, parang may nag-lift na feeling. Yes?
Yes, I felt that too. And
May
it
release.
feels like it's gonna be a good year. Yes. And just this morning, di ba I was telling you earlier, parang pasok na agad yung abundance. Start pa lang ng year. How about
Yes.
you? How's your 2022, Mommy J? How's the
Oh,
start of
beautiful.
2022 for you?
Beautiful this morning. It just was very exciting for us because many things align, including now, just a while ago when we were talking.
Yes. A lot of things are coming up. Watch out for
Yeah.
that. But today we're going to talk about Abundance Flow 2022. First, Mommy J, let's define terms. What is abundance?
Okay, I this part I love so much. Most of the time, we connect abundance to wealth and money, when in fact, abundance is anything that's overflowing. So it can be love, it can be wealth, it can be health, it can be anything that will give you joy and harmony in your life. So it's the flow of living a life that's at peace, ab- abundant ka, overflowing. You don't need to struggle or run after. Kasi most of the time, parang when we want something, we try to run after it, di ba? Pag may abundance,
Yes.
no need.
And what is abundance flow?
Okay. Abundance flow means when anything I need, when I need it, is just there.
Wow, that's so
Sometimes
beautiful.
it doesn't even have to be money. I know of so many people who are not millionaires, but they are so happy and abundant.
Yeah. So sometimes kasi a lot of us just talk about money and wealth
Mm.
when we talk about abundance. But I love your
Um,
definition. It's overflowing.
yes.
And everything I need, I
Mm-hmm.
receive.
When we are happy and joyous, we attract. It has something to do with the law of attraction. Kasi the law of attraction, or the cause and effect, or karma is not only negative. Karma is anything that is the result of a cause. So if we are happy, life will continuously give us things that we will be happy about. If we feel abundant, life will continue to bring us things that we will feel abundant of.
Yes, that's so true in my life right now. I always talk about that. I always say I have to be in a certain space, even if I don't want it yet. Like if I'm a state of joy, I agree with you. Things come to me, and sometimes I don't even ask for it. It just comes. So that is abundance.
Mhm.
But you also talk about soul of abundance in your workshops.
Yes, because we're very focused on that in telling and teaching that the essence of abundance has to do with our sovereignty. What is sovereignty? When we are responsible and in control of our mind, our hearts, our actions. Kasi to be responsible and we are able to govern our minds, our emotions, and our action means I will always put myself in a state of worthiness, of bliss. So I attract the abundance that I need.
Mm. You know what? You were telling me about that kanina backstage. And for a whole year, before I stepped into my year, I felt like this year is my year of abundance. But before I
Mm.
stepped into it, I work on something kasi for a whole year. I'm working on worthiness last year. Parang I just
Yun
tell
talaga.
myself over and over, I am worthy, I am worthy. Even if I don't feel it yet, ha? It's really paulat-ulat because I don't feel I'm worthy. But after working on it, this year talaga parang, oh my gosh, when you say overflow, it's like,
Mm.
where is this coming from? I really can't understand. What happened? I'm not even sending proposals, ha? But projects just come in, opportunities just come in. I told you I met somebody before that I'll connect just weekend. Parang it's really just like I said, flowing, coming through, and it's so easy.
It comes to us with ease and grace. That is
Wow.
abundance flow.
Wow. When did you first experience that, Mommy Jane? I'm just curious. When you felt na
Actually,
parang, oh my gosh, it can be easy. Because,
oh yeah.
yes,
It
go
also
ahead.
took me a very long time to master worthiness. That's why in Pathways we focus very much on inner journey, because to be able to put ourselves in a sustainable state of abundance, okay, we must go through the healing that we need. Everybody needs healing. Kaya lang, yung iba, hindi natin na-realize that we need healing because we deny those parts of us that we don't want to look into. We,
No.
in fact, some of our experiences, we even tell ourselves it's just normal. But you see,
Right.
whether it's normal, it's whatever happened, it is very important for us to honor the emotions. It's not just all in the mind. The heart has to go with it so that harmony can be achieved. If harmony is achieved between your mind and your heart, sustainable ang worthiness.
Oh, that's so
Otherwise,
cool.
pwede ngayon lang and then next time, wala ulit. So it is very important that that harmony happens within us so that we become incorruptible. We call it in Pathways incorruptibility.
Adaptable. So also, it looks like alignment to me, Mommy Jane. Kasi when you say the heart, the mind, and the heart, diba? Same. So
Mhm.
it looks like alignment.
Yes.
um when you say incorruptible. And speaking of pathways, your fans, I call them fans, but of course these are your students, are here. Hi, Dad and Ashley and Neprisa and
Nep.
everyone joining us. Please
Oh,
feel
they're
free.
all here.
Yes, they're
Hi.
all here, Mommy J. I told you have lots of fans. Fans talaga tawag ko.
Oh,
So there.
Marge. Hello. She's watching from California.
Yes. Hello, Dad. Of course, Andrea is here. Please join this conversation. This is a conversation. Feel free to ask your questions to Mommy J. So there. I am Mommy J's number one fan. See, I told you. So there. Pero Mommy J, how about for the other sin na meron, you have to heal your money wounds. Di ba ang dami nating money wounds? At saka ewan ko, I've been in the spiritual path for the longest time. Parang bawal may maging mayaman. Ewan ko. In the spiritual path, parang you're taught about austerity and
Conditioning
simplicity.
kasi yan. Conditioning yan,
Yeah.
Karen. That is why in our workshops, we really dive deep, not just from our own money wounds as a child, our experiences as a child, and the conditionings of our family that has been handed down to us. Uh, Pero dyan, aside from that, we also have a societal conditioning as a
So
culture, as a Filipino.
true.
Because here, most of the time here in the Philippines, it's like it's so bad to be rich, you know. To be a spiritual person, you have to be poor.
Yeah, that's so true.
But
I
really, don't we want money has nothing to do with spirituality. In fact, it is a byproduct of sovereignty.
yes.
Spirituality is our relationship with ourselves. So if we have a very beautiful relationship with ourselves, meaning we're aligned, we're empowered,
Yes.
we also become a better sister, a better mother, a better boss, a better employee to everybody around us.
Yeah.
So, yan yung mga
So true.
in pathways we have this phantom karma. Okay, what is phantom karma? These are things that we think it's a bad thing. Di tao lang ako eh. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm not supposed to, when I'm in the spiritual path, I'm not supposed to gain anything. I'm not supposed to be prosperous. Otherwise, it's bad.
Yes.
That we call that phantom. Kasi that's not true.
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a big fat
But
lie.
people believe it. Yeah. And Dad is agreeing with you. She's saying in the Philippines there's a cultural conditioning that divides spirituality and prosperity. And it's now our responsibility to ourselves to be able to break the divide and heal from this conditioning.
'Di ba?
Mm. Totoo. Parang there was some silence there because it's so true. And you're right. When you say phantom, parang, oh my gosh, it's not really true, but we believe it, so it becomes truth
Mm.
for many
Handed
of
down
us.
yan. Oh, because it has been handed down. But partly that is also an effect because we've been colonized for a long, long time.
So true. Yeah. So how do we Mami J, parang ang haba naman ng tatawirin to
No,
get to that
that's not true.
abundance flow. Parang
Let
you're
me show
talking about
you.
there's conditioning. You're talking about there's conditioning in your family. There's societal conditioning. Diba? And you have wounds for parang there. And then you have to there's an inner journey. You have to feel you're worthy.
Okay. This year, the flow of energy, hello Nieves, the flow of energy is going to make healing so fast that people will be shaken to the core. How do we get from being wounded to what we're talking about? The students of Pathways can speak for that. They've diligence,
Yeah. Can you
honest,
answer? A lot of them are here, Mami J.
ayun. Sila na lang pasagutin natin. Can
But you're
somebody
the one
answer
on
it?
camera, Mami J. But please, can
Anyway,
somebody answer from the students of Pathway? Mami J is challenging you. Please answer the question.
Grace, can you answer? Grace is from Dubai. Oh,
Wow. They're just sharing their affirmation of you, Mami J. Mami J is the best life mentor. And everybody's just is really, really saying hello. Parang they're quiet. How do we cross that? But you said it's gonna be easy this year, right?
yes. And we should take advantage of that energy. Okay? All
Mm.
we need to do to be able to get from that woundedness to abundance is to be diligent, to be honest with ourselves. That's it.
Yeah. Luna is asking, what is the question? Can you please? She's going to answer daw. Tapos si Dad is saying, bakit may recitation dito? Hi, Nev. Thank you for joining us. Because, this is a conversation. So, we'd like to ask. And I was telling Mommy, Mama, ang haba naman ng tatawarin. Kasi to get abundance, I need to feel worthy. But I still have to heal from the wounds caused by my family. I still need to heal from the wounds caused by the society. And then there's the colonization. Parang, it's so hard to, cross the divide. Lalo na if you're spiritual pa, di ba? Parang like you said, parang if you're spiritual, you can't be rich because all spiritual healers are poor.
Maybe some of the students of Pathways can answer,
Wait.
or
Wait.
ayan na si Wen, yes.
Facing your shadows, finding and defining your own truth are just some of the things we can do. Wow. And Jamie is saying it's hard, but definitely worth it. Yeah. So Mommy J, the answer is still inner journey. To get to abundance, inner journey yung sagot, no?
Yes. The abundance that I'm talking about is the sustainable abundance. So it's not just money. It's love, it's health, it's money, ano pa? It's everything that you want. But it's not easy. I will not sugarcoat.
Yes. Yeah, I've been on the path for the last, how many years? 13 years? And it's like, okay, still studying. Oh, RV saying, trust the universe, change of consciousness, self-worth, choose yourself. And are they answering, Mommy? You're making me so proud. Oh, nakita niya, nagsasparkle yung eyes niya. Net is saying, it's not a long path, not a long process. It takes diligence and the strong will to heal and peel off those layers of conditioning. It's not a walk in the park, definitely. And more answers. Mommy J, they're all answering. Nakakatawa. Luna Grace, healing is a state that we intrinsically agree to be into. And of course, Jenny, sustainable abundance. And abundance is our birthright. And being authentic with ourselves shows things we need and or want to flow easily. Jeanette Correa.
I'm so proud of this women, and actually they're all taking their advanced class with Pathways Alchemy program.
Can you tell us a story of your students who's parang alam mo yung success story, move from rags to riches or poverty mindset to like abundance flow?
Okay. I have a few, because if we're talking about money, kasi yung iba found love eh.
Yes.
Okay. Many years ago, doon muna tayo. When this lady went to us, she went to us because her husband died. Okay, so she went through excuse me, the healing, she went through the program, and then she said, I don't know what's going to happen to me, because he left me with debts, and second husband niya to, ha. And I still have a daughter that's in college and an adopted son. So she went through, sabi ko sa kanya, just go through, huwag mong isipin, just go through your healing and do the programs. After siguro mga 2 months, a property was sold by the family of her first husband, which is the father of her daughter. And she got a huge amount.
Wow. And it's unexpected money, Mommy J.
Wala. Ang layo eh. Never. It was never in her mind. We've had students also, after realizing their worthiness, jumping from being in debt to being a millionaire. Depends kung anong nasa consciousness mo eh. Take me, for example, my abundance is having all these these students in Pathways having all these, I
Students.
call children in Pathways, and being able to create
Yes.
our dream farm. So
Yes.
depende. It really depends on what you want. That is aligned
Yeah.
with your divine will.
Wow. That's so beautiful, no? That when you're aligned with yourself, you align with the divine will and everything
Yeah.
just flow. And it's not difficult like what people tell us. Oh my gosh. Oh, and people are still answering your question, Mami Ja. I'm Mami J. Probably you can just comment, looking inwards, healing, finding true love with myself, and that overflowing love became the source of abundance. Actually, abundance becomes a byproduct and not the main goal. Somehow it
See?
would come naturally. Yeah. So it's not something you work hard for. What all of your students are saying is, yeah, a lot of them healed themselves, and when they healed themselves, they felt worthy. Abundance just came.
Yes. I'll just
Jenny
give
saying
you a
healing
story.
paper.
I'll give you a story,
Yes,
Karen,
please.
of me many, many years ago. Okay. So I kept trying to, when I was still healing myself, and working on my worthiness, I was trying to manifest so hard a beautiful sports car, red sports car. So manifest, manifest, manifest. Then I was living in Tagaytay. Okay. Then one day I was walking inside the subdivision. A beautiful car that was the image in my mind that I was trying to manifest stopped. Uy, Jackie, you want to take a ride? I'm going out, so you're not bringing your car. I can bring. When I opened the door, it was my neighbor. So I got shocked. How come this beautiful car went to my neighbor and not to me?
It's so near, Mommy J.
Because
You're
it's
so
so
near.
near, and my neighbor felt more worthy. Mas worthy ang feeling niya kaysa sa akin. See?
Wow, but you know what? It's near you na. So it could have come to you if you felt worthy, that you
Yes.
deserve it. So basically, we need to feel that we deserve what we desire.
Mm.
And when I feel that I'm worthy, I deserve it, that's when it will come.
Um, there's a trick to that, because sometimes some people manifest, like in the law of attraction, we manifest so hard using our mind, right? Then
Yes.
our heart, our subconscious says, "Oh, really? Are you really worthy?" Kasi you need to heal pa eh.
Mm,
So
right.
if there, we call that cross purposing. Your subconscious does
Mm.
not agree with what your conscious mind is trying to convince you of. So
Right.
maybe at one instance you can manifest, but it does not become sustainable.
True.
Hello.
They're all here, Mommy J. So it means that you, you have to feel worthy every single time, no? And all
You know,
throughout talaga.
feeling
How
worthy
do you
cannot be faked. That is why healing is very important, because worthiness is a byproduct of our healing.
So the answer to abundance is healing.
Yes.
Wow. And
And
speaking
it's
of
not
healing,
all.
Nep is saying,
Yeah. Looking
Yeah.
inwards, finding true love with
Looking
myself.
inwards, healing, finding true love with self. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. True love with myself. And that overflowing love became the source of abundance. Actually, yeah, abundance is a byproduct and not the main goal. Somehow it would come naturally. And of course, Luna is saying exactly when is saying feeling worthy deep inside and not just thinking that you are worthy. Because it's different, no? When it's just
Yes.
here, when you say I'm worthy, and then your heart says, like you said, I'm not really. So the two of them have to like align. Yes, I'm worthy.
Mm.
I deserve it. And to get to that space, you need to heal. My question though is, why are people not open to healing? Why do they
Well,
like to struggle? A lot of people like to struggle, Mommy J.
yes. You know why? Most of us are scared of facing our shadows. Most of us are scared of facing the wounds that we try to keep, because it's not easy. You can ask all my beautiful students who are so, I'm so proud of them. It's not easy. It's
Yes.
not a walk in the park, but it can be done. And we did it um, in a short time without bypassing.
How come it became short, Mommy Jackie?
Um, because what happened is that they didn't have to make the mistakes I did.
Oh, so you were the guinea pig na kasi.
So
And
the
so you have a
program,
system, so they'll just
yes.
follow it.
Mhm.
Oh,
But the
wow.
system is very open, because the system allows the person to honor herself. It's not a system that dictates to you, this is how you should think, this is how you should feel. They are being taught to get themselves into freedom, because
Oh, I love that.
freedom
Honoring the
from
self.
the womb. Yes.
Yes. Honoring the self. It's so beautiful when you say it. It's so sacred, Mommy Jack.
Oh, it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful path. Less traveled, but actually, since 2018, the energies have already changed. A lot of people are now going into healing. More so
It's
this year. More so this year. Because we will
yeah.
really be shaken.
Yeah, it looks like it, Mommy J. And everyone's agreeing with you. Andrea says agree. And talking about shadows, facing your wounds and shadows require courage and willingness. And that's why sometimes positive affirmations don't work because inwardly and
Yeah.
subconsciously we might not still believe it or feel it.
Mhm.
So seeds of self-doubt coming from old wounds.
Yes. That's why
And then
um,
self-love.
in pathways, we really trigger them or tell them to dive deep, because that's the only way you free yourself, facing your worst nightmare and your worst shadow. And all those
I
students who are
love that.
here just recently, just a while ago, all of them really, they were so diligent with their journey. They were so, it was not easy. They said so themselves,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Mommy J, but you said you're the first student, right? How was your journey? I love when you say freeing yourself, parang ang visual sa akin parang kang naka-cage tapos you're getting out of the cage. But the thing is, the cage, you're the one who built that cage too.
yeah,
That's the visual that's coming to me.
the cage that we have built, many of us don't even know we are in a cage. So we cannot change
Mm,
what we do not know.
right, right.
Diba? But the
And
cage
how
that
did you
we
get
have
out of
built,
your cage?
sorry,
Ah, sige, continue, Mami Jackie. The cage that you built.
the cage that we have built was not only built by us, but it was layers. Eh. It was built by those who came before
Yeah.
us. So we really need to sit down and look into all the layers. What's stopping me from living my greatest life? And you have to
And
face
you know,
all
that's the
those.
gift of COVID, Mami.
Oh yes.
I feel
Oh
that's the
yes.
gift of COVID. Because everybody's just running around prior to COVID.
Mm,
But then COVID
mm,
happened and we're like, okay, we'll stay put. We can't go out.
yeah.
People really have to sit down and be with themselves, even if they don't want to.
Definitely. You see, there's always a blessing in disguise.
That's
So
true.
I was very happy.
The,
Now, I'm not happy that COVID happened, but I was happy that before COVID happened, me and that we already made our own leap from the corporate world. We've, together with our core, we've prepared pathways. So when COVID was already shaking everybody, we were already ready online, which was
wow.
we were
That was
very happy doing.
beautiful.
Mm.
I am sure you have a sense. Parang I'm sure you'd be prepared given your role in the
Yeah.
healing community, Mami J. Ang galing. Well, I
Mm.
want to read more of your comments. They're all beautiful. Jamie is saying, the greatest relationship you have is your relationship with yourself. You have to dig deep, face your shadows, and accept all aspects of yourself, the good and the seemingly bad. But hey, facing your shadows isn't for the faint of heart.
If you notice, Jamie was saying seeming bad
Yes.
because, thank you, Jamie, because really, what's good and bad? My
Yes.
good and bad may be different from you.
Yes. So true.
So it's
And
all seemingly
yes,
basag.
and so depending on your perspective, sabi ni Janet, basag pa more, Mommy J. You're breaking our our point of views. Suka pa more. Why are they saying this? That's how it is
Because
talaga. They have to
because in our classes, in our workshop, that's really what we do. So eventually nagkaroon na ng ano ng they called it basag pa more kasi talagang basag. That's the only way. That's why it's fast because we break it.
Oh, interesting. Pero how did you break free, Mommy J? Because you are the ano, you have the template, diba? It's based on the template that
Hmm?
you went through.
It was hard. But I said to myself and to my guides, however you call it, angels or whatever, I said, okay, I will go through this and try to master this with the intent that I can make it easy for others.
Hmm. Sino nang babasag sa'yo? Like, you're the one doing the basag for the
The
student. So,
universe.
who's your mentor?
I had a mentor for 3 years, but then he passed away. So that's why it was also hard because it was life that had to do it for me.
So, there were challenges and struggles.
Very
If you're
much. Very much.
And when you said hard, like, is it because of the length or is it because it's like one struggle after another?
Because yes, that the length and the surprise.
Mm.
You don't know where it's going to come from. In pathways, it's we call it we do the shaking in a controlled seed so that when it comes when the energies outside come and hit you, it's not as bad anymore because you've been broken already. Because life will break us to make us evolve. That's part of evolution.
Yes. You know, the word that's coming up to me while talking to you is spirit warrior. I don't know why. And just talking to you, I felt like my heart's opening up. That because sometimes parang why do I have to struggle? Why go through certain things? But it's
But
just now. Of course, I realize this, but now it's like because you have to be strong, Gaga. You have to. Because I don't want to accept it.
that
You
is
have to go
happening.
through
So
it. So
we also have to honor what we feel. I used to be a millionaire. I lost it all. After I lost it all, I got sick.
wow, wow,
But that
hard.
now looking back, that is the best thing that ever happened to me. So it's not
Yeah.
really,
You're saying, Mommy Jackie, now looking back.
yeah, looking back.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You were saying
Looking
because you
back,
were a millionaire and then you lost it, but now looking back,
it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
losing all the millions.
Yes, because when that happened, I learned to detach. So now, when abundance is coming to us, it's not anymore for me, but for the community. I'm not, I have gone through the test already.
Yeah. So what's coming up for me now is when you feel abundance, the next step is generosity of spirit. Because abundance is
Yes,
such an overflow. And so the
yes.
next thing is to really just give back.
Oh, yes. There's no other way but to give back.
Oh,
And
wow. And you're right, no? All the students are your yes, Mommy Jackie. And
and that happens when we honor ourselves. We honor the
wow.
pain. We honor the wounds. We don't run away from them. We honor the shadows. We don't deny them. When we do that and we are able to honor all aspects of us, freedom happens. When freedom happens, joy comes in, worthiness happens.
Right. There's a system talaga. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's like, if you just follow this and then everything comes in. But it looks like it comes back in circles. Like with you, parang after you've freed yourself, you're helping free your students. And now, based from this conversation and based from what others are saying, it looks like now the students are the one freeing others. So parang
Of
when
course,
it's a circle. Like, ang galing.
we create ripples of hope, ripples of love.
And can you comment on this? In your greatest pains lie your greatest gifts.
Yes. Thank you, Sharon, for reminding us that in our greatest pain lies our greatest gift, our greatest strength. I'll
Mm,
give you an example, Karen. When I was a child, I was sexually abused. Okay. I'm very open to everybody about my life. There's nothing to hide. So at first, I denied it. And then I went through healing. It's very hard to heal, actually, sexual abuse because it brings so much shame, my pain, and all of that. But eventually, when I was able to heal myself and master myself, I was able to help heal those who were also in that situation.
that's beautiful. So you had to go through that so you can be
Oh,
a healer for others.
oh. So there's always, in that pain that we go through, there's always something there. I- In pathways, we say it this way, walang tapon, lahat ng pinagdaanan mo. When
Mommy
you come
Jackie,
into
question. Did
this
your soul choose that? Did your
when we
soul
come
choose?
choose, sorry,
Yes. Did your soul choose to go through that? because it
Yes,
knows that it will free others.
yes.
Wow, so brave.
No, there are a lot. We all have our stories to tell.
Yeah.
We all have our own pains and story. Uniquely, each of us have. But I'm telling you, Karen, nothing goes to waste. Even our worst experience and our worst enemy,
Seemingly.
seemingly, has a
Yes.
role to play.
You were saying something when you were doing this earlier.
Yes. Um, I, when we come into that point, when all that we are, all that we hate about ourselves, all that we don't like about ourselves, and all that we love about ourselves, we are already in harmony with. True alignment happens.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
When that alignment brings you peace wherever you go. Wherever you go.
Mm,
Even if
so
you're
true.
in the middle of a storm.
So
So
beautiful.
our students are guided to honor all the seemingly bad and worst experience in their life.
Yeah. They're saying, Jenny saying, honoring the pain and shadows. Luna is saying, love is compassionately honoring. Self love is honoring myself, my darkness and light within, because that is what makes the whole. At saka you're really known for shadow work, Mommy Jackie. Pathways Healing Center talaga is known for shadow work. And it's so nice actually to see that na mommy there's pathways healing centers creating this community of whole people who are now like going out there and sharing your the lessons they learned
Beautiful,
from
no?
yeah, like when you were saying like that kanina nararamdaman ko like I felt like your heart's I'm not sure if it's my heart but I felt like there's so much warmth and so much openness and I felt oh my gosh yeah, you must be so proud of these
Oh,
students
I am
really
very proud of them because I know it's not easy, but it can be done.
that's true that's a nice part and Cheska is also saying we also learn from each other
Hmm.
and it can be done. Wow, you know what? I'm out of questions because you. I mean, this is the first time that I'm out of questions because you. The thing is, I felt it. It's not logical.
Yeah.
When you see alignment, I really felt it. When you talk about honoring, I felt the sanctity of it, and I really understand. Not on the head level, but also on the heart level. And I would like to acknowledge you, Mommy J, for doing this for 33 years. I was telling you earlier, Christ years, Mommy J. So I'm sure something beautiful will emerge this year because 33 years. And for your patients to be doing the healing work, like you said, it's not easy. And for you to be the guinea pig and for you to be the first student, I'm sure it's not that easy.
Yeah,
But
but it
thank you
was
for
an
taking.
honor. Now looking back, Karen, it was an honor to do it. It's an honor,
Mhm.
actually. I mean, what is life for if you cannot give something back to the world? It's a beautiful life.
It is. It is.
People
It's
are
a beautiful.
beautiful if they only realize how beautiful they are. The
Yeah.
world will change.
Right. And it's so concrete now. Listening to this all these beautiful souls talking about their journey, and there's a lot of them. Parang the community makes me believe that it's possible because you talk about heaven and earth, and you talk about new earth, and you talk about new beginnings. With all, well, everyone's saying this, parang, yes, it's so true. It's within reach. It's not far off, Mommy J.
Oh, it's not. I've waited for this for a long, long time.
Nakakaiyak. Oh my gosh, it's so real. And thank you for starting this, Mommy J talaga. And I guess I really ran out of questions first time for me to run out of questions because I really get it that the key to abundance is self worth. But to get to self worth, you have to really go into a journey, a healing journey. But the healing journey is not going to be easy, like what Mommy J said and what Pathways students say. It's really, it takes commitment and it takes courage and willingness because you'll have to face your shadows, you'll have to face your fears. But
But it can
everybody,
be done. It
yeah,
can be done.
it's the journey is worth it. And I felt that
Oh,
you go through the journey, that's when the heart and the mind aligns as you go through
mhm.
that perilous, difficult journey. Wow. I would just like to echo what everybody's saying here. That saying, heaven on earth starts from within us. And Venus
Definitely.
is saying, everything you need is within you. And they're quoting you. And Marie saying, nice hair, Mommy J.
Ha, thank you,
Thank you
Mafia.
so much for being part of this conversation. When we are whole for now. Thank you for being here, Mafe. Nice to see you again, Mami J. And we also learn from each other. And thank you so much. The conversation is really so rich because all of you are really joining us and you're all here. And of course, yes, right on cue, Jamie. Come experience the magic of Pathways and Mommy J yourself. So we're going to talk about the programs of Pathways. You have a few programs for this year, Mommy J. The first one will be the art of processing, right?
Yeah, that's next weekend, no? This weekend, yes, this Sunday. Mm. The art of processing is
Can you tell
about
us about
shadow work.
this?
Yes, it's about diving deep, how to dive deep into our shadows and learn and knowing how to heal from them.
So for
You know,
beginners who are into beginners to healing and self mastery, is this something that they can go
yes,
ahead and
I
try?
suggest actually that they will look into it. You know, shadow work is not, I'm not saying that people can't do it, but there's a part of shadow work where you need someone there for you. Why? Because somebody has to hold space for you. How can you shadow work yourself and heal yourself at the same time when you're enmeshed into your wound? Somebody has to hold space for you, right? So
So
that's
true.
what we do. We hold space for our students so they can heal.
Yeah. And then after shadow work, there's another workshop on mastery of self love. And perfect for
Mhm.
Feb 13, near Valentine's.
This work actually this workshop is one of the two really basic teachings of pathways because there are so many things we seem to um, n- not remember about self-love. There's a huge misconception. Worthiness is about self-love. So
So
the
true.
currency of abundance, because abundance can also be love,
Yes.
is worthiness. But to be able to feel worthy, you have to learn to love yourself. And loving ourselves is not just, okay, I love myself, I'll go to the parlor, or I. The mastery of creating healthy boundaries is very
Oh,
important.
wow. Yes. Ayi's like
Especially
raising
on
her
creating.
hand. Fist to that.
Uh,
She's at the back saying yes.
sometimes we feel guilty for saying no.
True.
So we say we agree to do things. We say yes, even if we don't feel like doing it.
So true.
Eh, when we do that, we betray ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. So true. And everything goes back to honoring the self talaga, no, Mommy J. And being who you truly are. I love what you said about what Pathways is. You in one of your YouTube videos, you said in Pathways we create a space where people feel welcome in a space of love. That's so beautiful. And it's a space of no judgment. And
Because
sometimes
the
I feel
only
really it's a judgment that allows that closes.
Kasi the only way we can inspire people to change and heal is to give them a space where they are not being judged.
So true, Mommy J. So, our time with Mommy J is almost up, but we'd like to invite you to follow Pathways on, um, on their website. I'll post it, and Andrea is posting the links to the two classes: the art of processing this weekend, and the weekend after that the art of self love. I love it
Karen
that you call it
and
art,
Andrea, thank you very
Mommy
much
J.
for inviting us and inviting Pathways to your show.
Thank you so much for being here. You opened our hearts. That's really what this conversation felt like. You opened our hearts to abundance and to self-love and to healing. So thank you. And you've been doing this for 33 years, Mommy J. You're the pioneer in healing. So thank you so much for doing this work. That's why we can come in, Mommy J, because you started it. Like Andrea's always saying, I'm so excited. Andrea's saying, tone down, tone down. But I'm really just so excited because I felt that we're standing on shoulders of giants. Andrea says it all the time because you, Mommy J, and all the other healers started it. So it's easy for us to step up at this point because you laid the groundwork, and so our work is kind of easy.
Doesn't matter, we're all one. It hindi mo you can't say na oh ours was very hard and yours is easier. No, this is how we create a space of love. This is how we create the new earth and bring down heaven on earth.
Yeah. And then you said that no, Jay, we have to do this together. Now it's a
Yeah.
time for community. Now is a time for coming together. Yeah.
um we are way past the time of competition. It is time to work hand in hand. That's the only way we can do this, because this year shaking will be very strong, but the energies of healing will make it very quick, and we will be pushed up. The tides are changing. We will be pushed to creative pursuits, creative spiritual pursuits.
Wow,
And
that's so
if
beautiful.
I may say, just to make it clear, spirituality actually is not religion. Spirituality is our relationship with ourselves.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
why
So
mastery has to be done. And then pero it from 33 years ago or 20 years ago, it's so different now. People are so open to healing. Very different. I think we've reached the critical mass. So the change is
yay.
happening.
Happening now. Wow. Thank you so much, amazing. And I love that you said that spirituality is about really your relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not religion. Thank you for pointing that out to me. And let's go close with an a prayer. You mentioned we have an
Yes, if we can, maybe perhaps
affirming
we can
prayer.
just a brief, short affirmation. If we can all close our eyes and allow ourselves to be in a state of gratefulness. as we thank life for everything that we have despite all the challenges, join me in saying, I lovingly
I lovingly
really release
re-
all of
release
the past
all the past
as I choose to fill my world
as I choose to fill my world
with joy and laughter.
with joy and laughter.
I honor
I honor
and approve of myself
and approve of myself
as I take responsibility for my thoughts, emotions, and actions.
as I take responsibility for my thoughts, emotions, and actions.
From now on,
From now on,
in my sovereignty,
in my sovereignty,
I will release that which no longer
I will release that which no longer
is needed in my life.
is needed in my life.
From now on, I will choose to live
From now on, I will choose to live
through the open space in my heart,
the open
when I
space in my heart.
when I look for love,
When I look for love,
I will find it everywhere.
I will find it everywhere.
When I look for wealth,
When I look for wealth,
wealth will find me.
wealth will find me.
I am free.
I am free.
I am light.
I am light.
I am love.
I am love.
I am abundant.
I am abundant.
Beloved, I am.
Beloved, I am. Thank you so much for that beautiful prayer, Mommy J. I love it when you said, allow wealth to find you. You don't have to
Yes.
run after it. Yes, so beautiful. Allow it to find you. But for wealth to find you, remember, you have to take the path to healing and you have to honor
Yeah.
yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
so there,
Yes.
and to do that, to make it easy for you, Mommy J has mastered the system. So there are two sessions and pathways: the art of self love and the art of processing, and happening this 2 weekends of February. So the sign up links are there on the comment section below. So if you want to learn more and talk more to Mommy J, that would be great. So you can take that
Thank
path
you
to
so
healing.
much, Karen.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much.
Mommy J, and Dad, and Andrea for making this possible. Thank you again, Mommy J. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Chinese New Year.
Bye, Pathways, and happy Chinese New Year.